apologize. I had to do something real quick, but I am here. I don't know how long I'm able to because from what I see, my um, StreamYard thing says I have like 30 minutes left. So if it dies in the 30 minutes, then I apologize. But I had to uh, make this one because it was a very, very interesting one. As you can see, my title: monitoring kids or children. What's up, Tatum? So, uh, someone sent me something behind the scenes, right? And I'm like, "What is this?" So I watched it and I thought it was a very, very, very common thing that a lot of people don't really pay attention to, right? I've said it before. I've shown I've asked people that watch my streams to watch what their kids are doing, right? So apparently there's a couple of groups behind the scenes. No, well, not behind the scenes, but in social media accounts that are attacking kids, making kids do some crazy ass stuff, um, making them self harm, making them commit unaliving themselves, stuff like that, right? That's why I normally say, monitor what your children are doing, right? Because you never know. You never know. Online nowadays, there's so many bad people. Kind of makes you wonder what the hell goes on the internet world. More so when the kids are between the ages of 8 to 16. A lot of these kids they don't get monitored quite often. A lot of parents tend to whatchamacallit, like just leave their kids be on the internet world. And to me, I think that's very irresponsible. From what I've seen on this YouTube world, there is a lot of them a lot of kids that are allowed to do some weird ass, crazy ass stuff, and they don't, there's no discipline, right? So I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show, uh, I guess, a video. Hopefully, it doesn't get copyright strike. It's a Good Morning America video. So it's a group. I guess the group is called 764. It's a I guess a group that harasses kids, extorts kids, and does a lot of crazy ass stuff. And they're online, and this is part of one group. I'm sure there's way more groups. There's way more groups than this one, but this one they just found out about this group, and they do some pretty crazy stuff. There's a good thing, I guess, that happens on these videos that I'm going to show, like a silver lining. It still kind of sucks that shit happened, but there's a silver lining when it comes to these type of people. So let me show this one. Yes. Okay. And press where is not working? Oh, okay. All right. So a little sloppy seconds. The Great X has arrived. How's things going? It's going all right. Just looking at something that a very, very crazy stuff, but it's a very, very common thing that happens on the internet world. A lot of messed up people that do some weird ass shit, right? So here's the group, I guess you could say.
Warning about a criminal network targeting kids at home. ABC News joined with some of our owned and affiliate stations across the country to investigate the threat.
What's up, Wilton?
Of course, Pierre Thomas is here with what they found. Good morning, Pierre.
George, good morning. The FBI is warning that this new network has a potential national security implication, but also in case after case, directly reaching into American homes, targeting teens and their families. Its name, 764.
Hello. I have placed 2 explosives inside of Rockville High School, okay? And if they fail to detonate, I'm just going to shoot every kid I see, okay?
So, what's up, news reporter? So they call and they do, threats like that, right? I'm not gonna say the word because I don't know if YouTube censors that, so I'm not gonna say it. But those kind of threats. When I heard this, I was like, motherfucking British people, motherfucking British people are calling and messing with this type of shit, right? So I was like, it has to be some British guy, but we'll find out later on.
This call was a hoax, but part of a series of nightmare threats terrorizing Vernon, Connecticut. Investigators determining the threats came from overseas, but with the help of a teenage girl living right in town.
He was doing these threats with her knowledge and with some of her input.
Both of them involved in a shadowy online global network called 764, which wants governments toppled and the world in chaos, but which also targets kids on social media and gaming platforms, befriending them before demanding violent and sexual content from them.
They will encourage them sometimes to commit suicide. They will encourage them to do cutting. They will encourage them to harm their pets.
They're using basically psychological warfare on children.
That's right. They gain the trust, and then they continue to build that trust to the point where they have power and the ability to blackmail the child, basically.
The girl thought the hoaxer was her boyfriend, and he convinced her to share pornography and create 764-related content, like this Barbie doll with the group's name written on its forehead.
It was very difficult to process. I wanted to scream, "Not my child."
ABC News agreed to alter the faces and voices of the parents of the teenage girl.
Before it started, she was a child who was on the honor roll. She had a lot of friends, and then slowly that started to change.
When the girl began to resist demands, her family says extortion and threats against her ramped up.
Do we consider her a victim or a participant?
Depending on who you ask, the answer may be different.
So you sometimes have victims who then become subjects themselves because they start to go out and perpetrate acts on behalf of the individual who victimized them.
The FBI tells ABC News.
Yeah, so my main thing here is the kids. From what I read and from what I saw, they target depressed kids that are sad, that have mental illnesses, stuff like that, because they're very easy targets. That's why I typically say to people that watch my streams, like, if you have kids or you have nephews, nieces, cousins that live with you, anybody, pay attention to what they're doing, right? They pay attention to what they watch, pay attention to who they talk to, because the internet world is a very, very wild place. And shit like this happens. You don't expect it to happen to you. You're always like, oh no, my kid knows what they're doing, but a lot of the times these people are very manipulative and know how to make you think that they're your friends, and then they befriend the kid, and the kids want friends because they're depressed or they're mentally ill, so now they don't really have a lot of in real life friends. So this is what happens a lot, and that's why we try to tell people, or parents and kids and family members, to watch what the kids are doing.
Exclusive interview that it has more than 250 open investigations tied to the 764 network, reaching all 55 field offices across the nation. Nearly a dozen others have already been charged, including a young Arkansas man seen here being arrested.
Arkansas, man. Oh, what is it with Arkansas, Ohio people always doing some fucked up shit?
Related charges.
Man, this guy's got some weird stuff in his car, bro.
But now pleading guilty to plotting to murder a 14-year-old girl in a separate case when she stopped complying with his demands. Back in Connecticut.
So as you can see, this guy, after the individual, because they're going to ask for information. They're going to ask for where you live, who lives with you. These people do this maliciously. They don't care about their feelings. They don't care about what's going to happen. They just want to. It's a fetish or it's something crazy. So that's why I always, when I make my videos, You missed a lot, Soviet. You can watch it later. But my youngest nephew stays with my older brother, thankfully, and even though he works 2 jobs, both him and his wife is always cautious what my nephew does. Yeah, always. The kids might think you're overbearing or you're on them too much, but it will help them in the long run because or teach them the red flags about what to look for when it comes to someone. If someone asks you for your location, never give it. If someone's asking you for images that you normally don't do it. There's a lot of stuff that people don't teach their kids because a lot of, and it's sad to say, a lot of parents are just leaving their kids to do their own thing, which I think is bad.
The parents of that teenage girl hoping that what happened to her family can be a cautionary tale for others.
If we can help just one family, then it's worth it.
Boy, Pierre, this is such a chilling story right there. So is this name 764 a clue to their motivations?
Well, the origins are in Texas. A 15-year-old boy,
Damn it, Texas!
who lives in an area code with a zip code that begins with 764, helped launch the network. And George, this group is about pain. This group is about terror. It's about bringing about harm to people. There does not seem to be any kind of financial motive that we can see.
And Pierre, interesting what you asked about whether they're victims or participants. This young girl you profiled here, where is she now? How is she doing?
Well, she was arrested and she's making her way through the judicial process. She's cooperating with police. Her parents hope that through the cooperation, she can get her life back and not have her future destroyed. She's in therapy, making her way back, but not fully back.
So what does law enforcement, what do they want parents to know?
At the end of the day, you have to engage with your children. Keep communicating with them. Know what platforms they're using. And if you see anything suspicious, report it to police.
Boy, that's such an important report. Thank you.
Man, and what he said at the end is very true. Well, you gotta watch what they're doing, right? You gotta make sure that your kids, you don't have a DD in the Roblox community. You don't have a freaking Static in there. You don't have a Daniel Roth in there, trying to befriend you and shit. Stuff like that. You gotta teach kids, what's going on, right? But I had a P3DO ask me to keep it a secret when I was 16, and I blocked him and reported him to Happened on True Social. Posted about him, and he was banned. Yeah, and you're not the only one. I'm sure right now, as we speak, there's a P3DO trying to befriend a underage person. They don't stop with just one. They go and get as many as they can. And with the internet, it's way easier for them because they could talk to 20 people at the same time, and if one bites, then that's all they need, right? And to me, it's scary as fuck. That's why I monitor what my kids do when it comes to the internet world. They might not like it, but from what I've seen on the internet world, I'm a little more cautious when it comes to games and stuff like that. But let me put the next one. So I guess the silver lining when it comes to this, let me find it. Where is it? Okay, here it is. All right. So speaking of Daniel, I saw him dancing like a lunatic. I'm aware it sounds a little random, but I just wanted to say it because it was funny. Yeah, I think I seen it. I think someone posted it. I don't think it was Brandon Anderson. I think it was some random person. I gotta double check, but I think I seen it. Someone shared it to me. It was the lolly dance. So I guess after people started, 250 cases or people calling the FBI about this stuff, they finally, they were looking into it, right? And that's why, to me, when we do it one time, we email them one time, we don't stop. Because if it took them 250 cases for them to finally kind of like, get more serious about it, me sending it one time to police officers, or me sending it one time to one place, it's not going to be enough. That's why we constantly do it. They might not like us after like the 3 or 4 times that we do it, but we have to, because if it took them 250 cases to finally start looking into this, then you need to do it more than one time. Never give up. So here's, I guess, the guy you see there. You'll hear.
A global child exploitation network. This North Carolina man is accused of being a large part of it. Prasad Nepal is from High Point. He's in jail tonight. He's accused of running a group that threatens and manipulates minors online to hurt themselves and others. WR's Carly Haynes joins us live from the federal courthouse in Raleigh. And Carly,
why Raleigh?
U.S. attorneys say that he was
if you know what I'm talking about,
the leader of the organization. What else are we learning about him?
Well, we went through all 27 pages of this federal affidavit, and it claims that core members of the group used an encrypted messaging service. It also says that this group was active between late 2020 through early 2025. Now, 2 of its most prominent leaders were
2020 to 2025, 5 years of exploiting children, making them self-harm, making them do some crazy ass stuff. That's why I say, as we speak, I'm sure there's another group that is doing this nonsense. And that's why I always repeat, when it comes to these type of things, to monitor your kids, monitor your nephews, monitor family members. If your nephews are acting different than they normally do, ask what's going on. Stuff like that, because they could be happening and they could lie to you and say, no, we're good, I'm okay, blah, blah, blah. And in reality, they are not.
Arrested late this month. A global child exploitation network traced to North Carolina. Federal law enforcement says Prasad Nepal from High Point led 764, a violent online extremist group so disturbing it shocked a former FBI agent.
This is the worst of the worst. I don't think you can come up with a more disgusting case than, type of crime than this.
An affidavit states Nepal and co-conspirators groomed minors online, forcing some as young as 13 to share videos of them engaging in sexually explicit conduct and setting themselves on fire, abusing their pets or siblings, and even suicide to be shared throughout the network.
And so they target these young children, and they know how to get through to them. They know the apps that they can meet them on.
The affidavit outlines the group's meticulous approach, their guidebook for grooming. It states the best women to target are ones that have depression or mentally ill ones.
So, like I said, a lot of alleged predators. This guy really needs to be. He is arrested. He got arrested just recently, from what I read. But they've been doing it for 5 years. They've been doing these type of things for 5 years, from what they know. From 2020 to now. So it says right there, in order to manipulate into one producing content in your name, you must make her feel loved to the point she does not want to let go or lose you. And that's when you start requesting for work like blood signs. The best women to target are ones that have depression or mentally ill ones that, scissor for the joy of it. Remember, these women are pure assets, and once they have done everything you've wanted and they are useless, throw them away as they are now useless. So, we'll always say a lot of these predators, they go for girls that have been are depressed. They are mentally incapable of thinking for themselves. A lot of very, very sick people, and this is one group. I'm 100% sure that there's way more groups like this, on the internet, on Discord, on team chats, on different social medias where kids go and talk. And that's why I always say, you guys got to be careful. Teach your kids, teach your nephews, teach your family members the red flags when it comes to who they talk to on Minecraft, Roblox. I don't know what other game, Fortnite, any game that involves peer-to-peer conversations, because kids want friends, and kids will do anything for their friends. And kids that are mentally disabled, not saying all, but they will try to appease their friends because they might not have enough friends in real life. So they try to keep the ones they already have online, and they will do outlandish things that they won't normally do to please them. So, like I said, you got to be careful, man.
So it's getting more and more dangerous for children if they're not monitored.
Cybersecurity expert Kimberly Simon wants parents to know these groups exist.
Having those open discussions where if children are troubled or depressed or going through anything, they know that they can speak to an adult as opposed to a stranger online.
A federal crackdown of some of the darkest parts of the web. And Simon also gave tips for parents on how to keep their kids safe. Number one, know what apps your kids are using. Two, check the privacy settings, make sure that location services are turned off. And three, encourage your kids to not talk to strangers. If they wouldn't do it in person, they definitely shouldn't do it online.
So all these 4 points on there are very, very true, very easy to teach, but you got to give time to your kids. Like, I'm gonna set them an example. There's this kid that one of these other groups are messing with or are arguing with, the guy named Skyfire Neil. His name's Neil. I think he's like a 15, 16-year-old kid. His family allows him to fucking do anything. And to me, that's the mom or dad or whoever the fuck is watching him is a piece of shit parent. They have told, I think from what I heard, they have talked to the mother, and the mother doesn't understand what the dangers that kid could go through. And the kid is autistic from what I see, or mentally disabled. He talks a little bit funny. He has a slur. So those type of kids are easy targets for these type of people. And it's sad because you see these people and you know, hey, if someone is super nice to this kid, likes his art or likes his whatever, he's gonna be the next target. Neil's parents don't care about it. Yeah, and that's from what I've seen. The parents don't care. The parents allow him to do whatever. He does some weird ass shit. He threatens a group with unaliving them, shit like that. But yeah, it is a very, very, very sick world. And my topic today, monitoring children, you have to, because these type of people, groups, are there. As we speak, they're manipulating a kid, and we can't do shit about it, but the parents of that kid could do it. The parents could teach their kids what to look for, what to not get, or what not to talk to, who not to talk to, or when they ask for certain things, how to react. But you also got to tell your kids that they should be open with you, because a lot of kids are fearful of their parents, mainly because in their mind, they think they're going to get their stuff taken away. And they don't want to get their electronics taken away. So it's a very, very sad thing, because parents want to, I'm sure parents want to help out, but most parents, I've seen some parents that don't give a fuck. They let their kids do whatever. And to me, that's scary, because those are the kids that could easily get manipulated. And it's crazy. Also, I was on a right-wing app when that happened to me when I was 67. Yeah, you got to be careful. My parents didn't know that I was online since 15. Yeah, see, a lot of kids hide their online situations. I don't think I was online at that age. I think it was just a computer, the dial-up. Goddamn. Neil's parents, like, like parents, uncles, aunts, sisters, brothers should monitor what kids does on the internet, and there should be parental controls. There should be conversations with the kids. There should be people explaining why are you not asleep. Yeah, what it was like 9:30, 10:30 where you at, so you'll be all right. Or unless you have to wake up super early tomorrow, then yeah, what are you doing up? What's up, Giselle? But yeah, like someone behind the scenes sent me this, and at first I'm like, what the fuck's this? And then I started watching it. I started reading on it, and it's a very, very scary thing to think about. But it's the reality. It's reality. It happens, and we have to be knowing that this shit could happen to anybody. And that's why, as an adult or as a brother, sister, you have to take care of your family. And by giving them a phone and letting them do whatever for 4 or 5 hours is not the right thing to do. But it happens more than ever. And kids, that's why people say they have TikTok brains. They're socially awkward. There's a lot of stuff that the internet world has created with the people that use it. Social, I guess, cues are not good. Conversations are not very well put. Very shy people in person. So the internet world is I guess, getaway for all these kids to be able to not talk in person, but be able to chat with a lot of people still and have friends. And it's scary, I actually got Among Us on my phone when I was 14 or 15, and got my phone when I was I can't say much because my kid got his phone when he was 14, 15, but we had parental controls. We would monitor, what he plays. We ask who he plays with. We would talk to the people that he played with. Stuff like that. We didn't, like, if they were talking to someone that sounded like an adult, we be like, let me talk to him real quick. I want to make sure who this person is. And if they tell us, oh, I'm 17, 16, then okay, cool. But we're still monitoring what you're doing. If he asks you for anything, or if he tries to make you do something stupid, don't do it. We won't punish you if you tell us. We want to make sure that your online experience is safe, stuff like that. But that's us. Schools could and should teach children about the danger of social media. It would definitely be better than teaching children about the LGBTQ. Ridiculous nonsense. Hey, you could teach both. Why can't you teach both? I think you could teach about the dangers of social media, and you could teach about the feelings someone might have towards another individual when it comes to sexuality. I'm all up for all that. I don't care. As long as they're upstanding citizens, then I don't care what they think, what they want, what they wish, what they identify as. As long as they are law-abiding citizens or, help America get better, I could care less what agenda they have and their mindset. If they are 18 or older, then you should be considered just in case they are a creep. Wait, what? If they are 18 or older, then you should be considered just in case they are a creep. Well, what do you mean, Soviet? I don't understand that statement. Or I don't know if it's a statement or a question. Oh, yeah. You always have to, pay attention to what your children are doing, because, like I said, there's groups that fetish about these type of things. Their fetish is, we're gonna exploit this child, we're gonna make them do some crazy stuff, we're gonna record it, and we're gonna share it to all our other friends, we're gonna share it to people, and that kid is gonna be messed up in the head for a long time because of us. Not us per se, but the groups that do this type of stuff. because you don't know if they are normal or like Didi. Yeah, we all. If he looks like Didi, if one of my kids was like, "Hey, Dad, this guy's trying to talk to me. His name is Didi Live Studio." I'm like, "Get the fuck out of here! Block that motherfucker. You don't want none of that weird ass motherfucker. He might want to ask for CP and shit. So no, get away from that guy." But yeah, there's guys like that. Like, look at him. He uses Roblox as a way to engage with little kids. And it's weird. Well, it's weird to engage with a lot of kids. I understand I'm sure his mindset is 12, 13, but it doesn't defeat the fact that he shares CP, and he shared it to a lot of people. FDD, F Leon, and F Havoc. Yeah. Well, the first two, like I said, the third one, I'm still on the fence, but we will figure something out when it comes to that. But yeah, man, it was a very sickening thing, but it's something that happens, and like, it's because he's a weirdo, Soviet. You know that. He hangs around with kids. He hangs around with Neon Roblox guy. I think that guy is 15, 16. And then most of his mods are underage. Speaking of Leon, he fears us. I don't want nobody to fear me, Ultimate Gamer. That's the last thing I want when it comes to the internet world. Because if they fear me, then they won't talk to me. And that's the last thing I want. I always want to talk to these people, pick their brains, see why they think a certain way, stuff like that. If they fear me, then nah, I don't want. I don't take pride in people fearing me. I'd rather have oh, you're good, Ultimate Gamer. You're all right. My mentality is I don't want no one to fear me. I'm up for conversations when it comes to even these predators. I want to dig deep in their brains to find out why they like underage children or why they would put themselves in situations involving underage children. Shit like that. 88 and Psychic are my friends. Well, that's good to hear, Soviet. Always good to have friends online, but you should have friends in real life world as well, because you never know when people leave the internet, But yeah, you always got to be mindful of who you talk to, what they ask you to do, stuff like that. Like be careful. Roblox is cringy as fuck. Didn't take me long to delete that crap off my console. Same thing with Fortnite. Well, don't tell that to Ulysses, man. He likes Fortnite. I don't like shooting games, so I suck at shooting games. I'm like wandering around shooting up and down. So I'm more of a Final Fantasy kind of type of games and shit. But yeah, man, it's a very, very sick world out there. Man, I thought my stream would have ended because I only had 30 minutes, but all right, well, I guess I could keep it going for a little bit longer. I guess I could invite someone that whoever wants to, input on these type of things, or if they have experienced anything like this, anything involving someone trying to extort them, they could come in for a little bit and chat it up about the topic today. But yeah, there's like I said, take care of your family, take care of whoever you look after. See the signs. I'm always gonna repeat this shit because it's very, really important. What did you send me, Princess? Let me see. Hold on. You better not send me some weird ass shit. Let me see. I want to write with good brand. They don't know that. They don't. They figure more. Name is Brenda. 15. Want him to be. Yeah. You gotta be careful. Yeah, talk to your friends. If your friends are underage, and they play online constantly, let them know about the stuff like that. Because you gotta be careful. Oh, speaking of Didi, recently found out around close 3 p.m. Eastern that Inverto made a post about Didi being biracial since he's not white. Didi's posts are stupid, Ultimate Gamer. Anything he says is stupid. Anything he does is predatorial. So he is just a weird person. Low-cow, I guess now you could say. He is a piece of shit. So anything that comes out of his mouth is a piece of shit. He shared CP. He would gladly join these type of groups that extort children just to be friends with them. So, yeah, he is a piece of doo-doo. F that guy. And I've always disliked him. As you can see on my thumbnail, the P3DO Avengers. That let me see who do I have in there. I think I have a couple of people. I have Draco, which Akina and Queen Sonica. If you guys don't know who they are, they're fucking weirdos. They defend pedophiles. They have Stanley and Draco. Draco is the guy that wanted to have intercourse with a 13-year-old, 14-year-old. The guy dressed up as Captain America on my thumbnail, that's Draco. Iron Man is fucking Didi. PKT is over there. Draven. Even Stanley on the bottom corner. I put a smiley face on it. Bottom left corner, the one with the shades, that's Stanley. Guardian of the Wolves, I guess. And then some fat girl. This is an old ass picture. These are the first alleged predators we were messing with. We're not messing with, but we found out a lot of stuff. That's why they are there. They're the original, the OG alleged preds. But yeah, they're I just had to put it there because I missed this image, so I had to add it into my thumbnail. ID, the Alabama Flasher is trying to be best friends with those preds. Yeah, and that's what happens, Adam. All of these preds, they join forces. They see that we're attacking, well, not attacking, but like exposing them, showing the screenshots, and so they go and group up so they could kind of be like, well, we're all preds, so let's stick together against these other people, even though that's fucking stupid. But you know they do it. They do it no matter what. The Didi, he had some guy named Static. Stanley's always in his group chat. Those are, known P3DOs. And then the other group, Akina, Bear Walker, her daughter Autumn Parrish, the boyfriend Colkeys, Shiro Colkeys, from what I hear, he's an alleged dog lover. Not the loving, like you give him a hug. He finger blast. That's a funny thing. He finger blasted his dog, his pug. And they're all together because they all want to take us down, I guess you could say. Mainly more so Zexio, because Zexio is the main guy that has been exposing these people for the longest time. But because I'm acquainted with them, they also dislike me. They attacked minors. Some guy named Inverto. They attacked him. He's 17. So these people don't care. These people, they protect these alleged predators. Stanley, Cold Keys, Akina, all these motherfuckers are in those groups talking about us, but saying, "Oh, we're racist. We're part of an MCE Clay Party, some bullshit." And we asked them for proof. They don't show any proof. They even claimed that Inverto was part of that group, even though Inverto just started talking to us just like recently, like a couple months ago. Isn't the Kina like little kids? From what I don't know. From what I saw, I think Zexio has all the evidence. I think there's a couple of videos. I'm going to show you one. I'm going to show you who Captain America is on my whatchamacallit. Stop sharing. Hold on. On my thumbnail. On my thumbnail, the guy Captain America, he's in the group with Bear Walker, Akina, and some other motherfuckers. Hold on, let me see if he still has it. You better not delete it, Sexio. I want to check. All right, has to be all the way in the bottom, I'm guessing. Yeah, goddamn, Sexio, all these predators. Jeffrey Strogan. Do you guys know Jeffrey Strogan? That guy's another weirdo. Let's see. God damn, Lexio, you have so many videos. Oh, here it is. I found it. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to show you the video I'm showing you is do I have a picture of him? I don't think I do. Well, the picture as Captain America, the face, his name is Draco. Draven Eugene Barney Lell, some shit like that. Zexio covered him a long time ago. He went into hiding, and then he's back in those groups again. So let me present it. Present this video. Okay. Oh my God, those eyes! So YouTuber grooms in a Discord VC, Draco. So I'll show you. You can watch it.
This video. The predator in today's video is the worst predator I have ever come across on this YouTube channel. So the predator goes by the name of Draco, and for years he has put so much fear into so many girls to the point they've had severe nosebleeds from stress. And one girl, unfortunately, even allegedly slit her wrists so bad you could see the inside of her wrist. Like you could see her nerves and bones in her wrist. Me and my team had multiple of people come out to us asking for help, and help they should receive. So the team set up a fake YouTube channel with a Sonic profile picture and
always Sonic
apparently a
characters,
Sonic
man.
username, because apparently Draco looks for Sonic girls to groom on YouTube. We even made a fake Sonic video on our fake channel. Well, apparently it got Draco's attention because look at this. The team had a new subscriber, Draco's YouTube channel. Draco immediately commented on the video asking if we had Discord. So luckily, thanks to my good homie Shadow, we were able to get our hands on a Discord account. At first, the conversation was normal. It was quite normal. But then he started to get kind of weird. He asked for her age, where the team told him, they were 15 years old. He kept saying that, he was looking for a girlfriend if we wanted to date him. And the girl said, only if you want to date, where he said, yes, kisses you. He then asked if we knew what lewd was and sex. And we said no. He then called us, and one of my female team members hopped into the call with him because she's really good at acting like a younger girl. She's really good with her voice. And what Draco said absolutely disturbed her and me and everybody else in the team. And at the end of the clip, I personally jump onto the microphone. It's quite literally satisfying to watch him shit himself.
Hello?
Hi. How are you?
I'm good, thanks.
That's good.
Sorry if I'm shy.
That's all right. That's normal. Trust me, I'm a little shy seeing someone as gorgeous as you are. Don't get grossed out by this, all right?
Okay.
You know your private area down there?
Yeah.
It's when, let's say, you know how boys have it different down there, right?
Yes, Soviet.
Basically, is when, let's say, a guy sticks his thingy in your thingy, and yeah, basically what that does is it makes you feel good, is what it does. It's called pleasure. It makes you feel so good that you're gonna end up wanting
Sounds like
more.
he's playing with
I mean, you can
himself,
always look up the definition.
Does it hurt?
I mean, it depends on the person.
I'm only 15, so it like kill me?
No, it won't kill you. I mean, we're not doing it in real life. I mean, I'm just asking you an RP.
Promise?
Yes, I promise.
Yo, what's up, Draco? Oh, guess who got caught in 4K, bro? Look who got caught in 4K, you sick motherfucker. You know what I'm gonna do now, Draco? You sick little piece. Fuck you, Draco. Keep in mind, this guy is way over 20 years old, and he's allegedly sent PP pics to minors. He allegedly keeps people's nudes hostage to blackmail them, and he allegedly made a teenage girl slice her own wrists open and be rushed to the hospital. He's also been harassing someone so bad that their anxiety was so high, they had severe nosebleeds that made them be rushed to the hospital. Like, I've personally seen how terrified people are of this guy. And by the way, I do have to say allegedly to comply with YouTube's terms of service, just in case you're wondering. But yeah, I'm going to show some more clips of the call and etc. I really hope this gives people a little less fear.
What's going on in the video? One of Akina's friends, Bear Walker's friends, that is still friends with them as we speak, is in their group. They're talking shit about calling other people predators and stuff like that when they have this guy that you saw in their group still there. Dexter is supposed to perk. Yeah. And this is the type of people that, I guess, talk shit about us, right? These are the same people that call us names, call us racist, calls us that we need to go to jail and this and that. That's why mental taxation, that the last stream, the last stream I talked about it. Yeah, so Draco, the guy you see on my thumbnail, has been notorious to talking to underage girls. He talked to a decoy, which was me. He talked to me, and I have a video. If you go on my videos where it's about Draco, you see him in the hospital, and I'll show you. Hold on. I'll show you. I have so many videos about these predators, so much evidence but because I had a small amount of people, subscribers, I guess, maybe they didn't get shared enough, or people didn't watch it because I only had maybe like 80 subscribers, 90 subscribers when I started making videos more frequently. So not a lot of people saw them. So let me go into my channel. I have a lot of them videos. Hold on. Videos. Okay, let me share. Present, share, sloppy seconds. All right, so this is my channel. I know people are gonna say why white, but so there's a lot of them. Every video I have here is evidence about the person in these situations, like the cousin pred, Brian Apter's friend, I guess you could say. He wanted to have intercourse with his own cousin, so incest. We have the Christian pred over here. This guy wanted to have intercourse with a dead body that was 14, 15 years old. Chloe Esther. You guys know who Chloe Esther is. He had intercourse with his own sister, and he went to jail and nothing happened. The sensitive tough guy, which is Daniel Roth, was PKT. Matt is right there. But Mattman, we have Miguel Miranda. This guy role plays and wanted to have intercourse with underage people. JD Strogan, Jeffrey Strogan, Huggy Wuggy community. This girl wanted to have intercourse with me, and I was I guess a 15-year-old boy, and this guy wanted his boyfriend with her, and he was okay with it, which is weird. This is the Draco. This is Draco right here, the one that says Agent Smith 91. That's where I have the proof of my conversation with them online. Same thing here. And then who else? That's him. I had a couple of him. This is what's his name? Draco, the guy that I just showed a video of. Him crying. him in a car accident. Don't ask me how I found these images. We have videos of this guy, one of Jewel's ex-friends, and yeah, but the main ones is this guy right here. Which one is it? Is it this one? That one? That one? That one? One of them is commentary, like this one is commentary, but like I said, most of these videos were when I had, there you go, Merv, 80 subscribers, 70 subscribers, so not a lot of people watched this. So most of my info is there. If ever someone wants information of these people, just let me know and I could get it for you. But yeah, you know, all these are alleged predators. I have to say it like that. But yeah, watch my videos, I guess, if you guys are bored and you want to hear my voice and hear me say a lot, then so be it. Watch my videos. But yeah, it's a lot of information in those videos, a lot of images, a lot of screenshots, a lot of me laughing. It's crazy. But play the video. I said, no, I ain't gonna play that video. You crazy? It's communist video. I'm not gonna play that shit. Hold on. Was that Cola? That was yeah. It was. It sounds like her, so I'm guessing it might have been her. I just read your message, Soviet, online. But yeah, man, nothing too crazy. Very, very wild. No, I'm not gonna play it. I don't even know. I haven't even watched it, so I'm not gonna play it because I don't even know what it is. But yeah, easy peasy, right? Today, quick hour. I don't think I'll be able to stream until the 8th. That's when my monthly replenish hours come back. So if you guys are bored, rewatch this. But besides that, I think I don't have much more to say. I said what I needed to say. Read the title. Oh my God, let me see. Hold on. I don't even want to see it. What is it? Where is it? Americans celebrate the Soviet Union? Nah, I ain't gonna play that shit. You crazy. I'm not gonna play that nonsense. I'm not a communist. But yeah, take care of your kids, nephews, nieces. There's a lot of groups like that will extort your children and mess them up mentally. And as a parent, you want to protect your kids. Do it online. Do it. Be nosy once in a while. That's all I can say about these type of things because yeah, people get groomed. People get groomed. It's not an uncommon thing anymore. A lot of kids look for friends in the wrong places and they get exploited. And as a parent myself, if any of my kids would that happen, I don't know how I'll react. I don't know if I'll be mad at myself or think about what happened or how did it happen. But I think that's why I'm more cautious. I'm sure some of it might slip through the holes or something, but yeah. And if you're 18, you have to protect your friends that are younger than you. Of course, yeah, we got to protect the children. That's the main thing. More so because it will mess them up mentally, and they will live with that for a long time. And that's the last thing we want. We want kids to be kids. That's the main thing. Kids want to grow up so quick nowadays, and it's like, nah, just be a kid. Enjoy your youth, because when you become old like us, you're gonna look back and you're gonna be like, man, I fucking Caucasian man. I know what you're trying to do, Caucasian. They should monitor him, but he's mentally disabled. So let the government should be taking care of him. He's not all there in the head. He's trying to steal the youth of the innocent. Yeah, he is. He's a very odd person. Very. He's lolicon guy too. I'm telling you, all these lolicon people are very, very weird. In my mind, lolicon is the same shit as a real kid. In my mind, me personally, if someone's drawing, let's say Caucasian, you have a younger sister, right? She's 14, 15. And some random dude draws her and says, oh, well, I'm making her look like she's 19, 20. I'm sure you'll be like, nah, the hell you are? Like, what the fuck? You're not going to draw my sister, in a sexual way and claim that she's over the age of 18 in this image. You aged her up. That to me, that's kind of, weird. They say, because from what I see, a lot of people say, oh, because characters aren't real people. But let's say, like I said, Caucasian or Soviet or whatever, you have a younger sibling and they draw that person, not exactly how they look, but they have the similar features. But because this guy, the artist, said, oh no, this character is 19, 20 years old. It's not your sister. But it looks exactly like her, but it's not your sister. It's my art that I created, and she's over the age of 18. Would you be like, oh, okay, yeah, because you aged her up, it's okay. You're all right. It looks like my sister, and a very sexual look, but because you aged her up, and she is, and you're the artist, and you created this, then it's fine. It's okay. You're all right. Don't worry about it. I forgive you. Sloppy, there's more pedophiles on here. You should be aware of. My friend Donnie just informed me 2 pedophiles he's aware of. DF network. And the thing is that the word it's so used so loosely. Like, I can't call them that until we have evidence, until we know exactly if it's really them and shit like that. I'll be turning on the wood chipper if that happens. Yeah. But there's people that claim because it's an art form, or the artist made it said it was 18 plus, then it's okay. It's okay. They could draw your younger sister and claim they're drawing her 18 plus, even though they will have the same similarities, the same attributes, the same everything, but because the artist said she was aged up or she's older, then it's okay. To me, nah, because Daniel Roth could use the wood chipper too. Yeah. You're gonna need a big wood chipper for that guy. Lolicon is evil, is disgusting and disturbing. It's gross and wrong. Of course it is, but because in people's eyes, there's no victim. That's the main thing. That's the main argument when it comes to lolicon shit. That there's no victim. So it can't be something. You get a ticket, right? You get a speeding ticket, right? There's no victim there. Where's the victim? You still broke the law. There's a lot of victimless crimes in the world and the United States. You pass the red light, that you get a ticket. You get a fine. You get this. You get no insurance on your car. You get your car towed. You broke the law. that's a victimless crime, right? You don't you didn't do anything to someone else. You didn't harm nobody. So when people use that, oh, there's no victim, it's a victimless crime. In my head, I'm like, there's a lot of different situations where there's no victim and there's crimes to be made. You know, they don't care about the 18 plus. Well, a lot of people do. A lot of people that defend it, they say, oh, well, I drew it to be 18, even though the drawing looks like the original character, and because the artist said she was 18, then it's okay. To me, no, it's not. But we go based on legality sometimes. I sometimes want to go more so morality. Like morality, like if it's legal, you know, back in the day, slavery was legal, but was it morally correct? Of course not. You know, alcohol was illegal back then. Now it's legal. Like legality always changes, but morality should be the same. If something's wrong, then it's wrong, no matter what the law says. But because some people, you know, want to use the law more often than others, yeah. Let me see. I have to read. Leave the kids alone. And Brian, the dirty house. Yeah, that shit is dirty as fuck. I'll see if he can link me their channels, and I'll DM them to you as extra information. See if there's evidence of what friend told me to add extra context. Yeah. Let me know. Message me on Discord. I'm there most of the time. If I don't respond right away, it's because I'm busy with family, but I will make sure to write back. Brian, after the clogged toilet. Morality over legality. It has to be ethical. If something is legal, does it make it right? Of course. And that's the thing people argue, you know, like us. We think it's underage girls getting exploited sexually. The law says if it appears is a very, I guess, subjective word when it comes to that. That's why it goes by case. You know, case by case is what people tend to, but we can't use it in a broad explanation because every situation is different. This person's situation is different than this situation, so the law appears it could be different for this guy than this guy. But to me, like I said, it's an uphill battle when it comes to anime characters being sexualized because people will defend it saying it's aged up or the artist created 18 plus. And then from what I saw, because we're constantly reading these type of things, right? We're constantly looking into, can you share videos? What kind of videos? I don't want to share something crazy. Yeah, I can share videos on my stream. Yeah, but I'm not going to share something that's going to get me copyrighted if I share it. Let me see. Okay. But yeah, I looked it up. I'm looking into legalities because people, that's what they're trying to use right now, legalities of what's legal, what's not. And from what I saw, it's the onus of the person sharing these images to post something in their channel or in their page or wherever they're sharing obscene images of characters naked. They must have an indication saying that you have to be 18 plus to be looking at this. That's a legality situation. My video, I'll send it. I don't know. Depends on what it is, Caucasian. Who did you send it to? You send it to me? You have me as a friend, Caucasian? Thought you didn't have Discord. I don't think you did. Oh, you can't send it here. You're not a mod, Caucasian. It's your friend. Which friend? Which friend? I have a couple of friends here. Acquaintances, I mean. Let me see. Like, just give me the name of your post comment on here. Let me check. Hold on. Let me see. Where's the comments? I don't think I see the comments. Let me see if I see it on my phone. Hold on. It's still live chat. It doesn't show the comments right now, but the one who cuddles Kyle, I'll send it. Well, it's hold on. I'll make you mod for right now, and then I'll take away your mod. Standard mod. And you can post it on here. You can post it on here. There you go. Post it on here so I could look at it, and then make sure. Well, man, yeah, everything's all right. Just dealing with some crazies and stuff like that. And let me see. Oh yeah. I already yeah, I already shared that one. All right, let me remove it there. There you go. One of these days, okay, you'll be a regular mod, but I can't. I don't have you on Discord or anything that I could constantly talk to you, so I can't give you regular mod yet. Hold on. The Leon Calavera DMG Sports Society intro video. Yeah, they'll copyright me if I share this. For those who've never seen it. Fuck it. If they copyright strike this shit, whatever. I don't care. Let's see. This is goddamn. How long ago was this? 7 years ago? 8 years ago? All right. I'll play. Just Caucasian because you're always here. So I'll
Hey, what's up, everybody? Leon Calavera here. Before I get further,
you always show up and give the love with the mallet so I can do the same. For sure, man. Yeah, can't take off his mask. Goddamn, keep the mask on, motherfucker. Oh my god, that he had full hair. What happened? I know how it is. You always show up and give the love and tamales. Yeah, they tamales, man. You gotta get the good tamales with the jalapeno in there, and the raja, and the carrot, and the beef, and all that good stuff. I don't know about Texas tamales though.
now, let's try this again.
He had a belly back then too. What the fuck?
Hey, what's up, everybody? Leon Calavera here. Welcome to the DMG Sports Society.
I don't think he ever played sports.
I am going to be talking about wrestling and some other sports that I'm mostly into.
What type of intro is this? I know I've seen it, but
for any asshole who decides to hack in my channel, if you even think about hacking through my channel, I'll get a text from Google telling me that someone's breaching into my account.
Oh my god.
That's right. DMG Sports Society is made by me. Only DMG owns its operations. So do not try anything stupid here. I will not take trolling comments on this channel either.
Yeah.
Any trolling comments will not be tolerated on this channel. You will be banned from this channel if you decide to troll on this channel.
Yeah, stop trolling, guys.
I will not tolerate it.
Goddamn.
Do you have any suggestions of what you want me to talk about? Post it.
How the fuck does he have a big ass belly like that with little ass arms? Yeah. I don't want to play it all because I don't want to, they're going to say I played the whole clip and if you get copyright, maybe. I don't know. Maybe. I don't trust it. I don't trust these motherfuckers. Oh, okay. Then now I see it. All right. I don't know why it's censored forever. He wears sunglasses indoors. Well, weirdos do that, Like, why? But then again, you never, you don't know, you don't know what's going on in their minds. If you can tell, he's a little autistic how he talks. Like, I'm gonna get notified by Google if someone tries to hack my shit. Like, no one wants to hack your 7 subscribers, T-Rex arms, yeah. No, well, he has a weird body. Yeah, but damn Caucasian, see what you did? You manipulated me to talk about this guy. The manipulation, man. Are you part of those groups, man? It's scaring me. You're manipulating me to do stuff that I don't want to do. But yeah. Oh, please, Leon, we're not scared of you. Well, you can't say that, Ultimate Gamer, because back in the day, I think all you guys were fearful of that weirdo. To me, I don't know what people were scared of, but hey, to each their own when it comes to that kind of stuff. No, play my videos. No, I'm not playing your video. That's communist stuff, and I don't like that. So, no. One day when it's one that I could delete, then yes. But if I'm not deleting it, then I can't play those type of videos because they're very, very, very bad. And yes, Ultimate Gamer, I saw your messages. Most likely see them when I finish the stream. I should be finishing it like in 4 minutes. So, bro, it's not bad. No, I haven't even watched it. So maybe if I would have watched it, then I would have said yes. But yeah, I don't trust it. I don't trust it. The stuff that you send sometimes. Yeah. I don't want to promote the USSR. You're crazy. But anyways, yeah, protect your kids, protect everybody that you can. The internet drama, it's whatever, but protect kids. Main thing. If you're fighting other people, if you're beefing, that's cool, whatever. But if you see someone attacking kids, do something about it. If your nephews are acting differently, ask some questions. You got to protect them no matter what. All you can do is speak up. And, we try to do that. And we're always going to do that. We're always going to speak up for kids. We're always going to defend them. And, I wish everybody does that. But I don't know. It's a tough situation to be in, but we try our best. Sometimes we succeed, sometimes we fail. But even when we fail, we still know that we are trying our best and we're trying to do our due diligence when it comes to everything. And So with that being said, so be it. Appreciate you coming in, and one of these days I'll play your videos, but today is not the day. Ultimate Gamer, we'll look at your stuff. Caucasian, you manipulative bitch. You manipulated me to talk about them. House of Rebellion, appreciate you coming in. I'll be watching your stuff in the clouds for the most part. I'll put my eyes and say hello. Who else? News TV Reporter 7.0. Thanks for coming by. Who else? I think that's it. Yeah, same people today. Appreciate the people that comment. Larry Cahoot. Appreciate you. Happy Mother's Day. Thanks for stopping by. Who else? I think that's it. Giselle, what are you doing awake? Go to sleep. House of Chayton. Thanks for stopping by. Hopefully your wife or girlfriend doesn't sing too much and makes your ears bleed. But if they don't, then have a good time. Excelenium, appreciate you coming in. The great one, Excelenium. Who else? That's it. Go in Huggins. Where are they? Where are those WNBA women at? Bring them. Blue fucking Latios. Thanks for stopping by. But yeah, I think that's it. FDD, Havoc, Leon, and F Stanley. Yeah, fuck Stanley and Leon. Cheating too. Why cheating? All right then. I'm out of here. Appreciate everybody that stopped by for the nonsense. Peace.